Hey, it's Paul from howtoplaybassdotcom. Today's lesson we're going to look at the bass line for Rolling in the Deep by Adele, of course. This is pretty simple. For beginners, two lessons to pick up from this. One is that it's a good place to start playing just constant streams of even eighth notes. That's the pre-chorus, part of the pre-chorus figure. The rhythm throughout the tune, apart from verse 3, is just straight eighth notes. When you've got something like that, you can use it as a good technique exercise to concentrate on making sure that if you're playing with your fingers, that you're getting an even sound from both fingers, or if you're playing with a pick and you're playing up and down strokes, that you're getting an even sound from your up and your down stroke. So something like this is a good way to audit that part of your technique, and you can record yourself and check those dynamics. And obviously if you hear something amiss, then you need to take some exercises to the woodshed and work on that, and work on developing that evenness that sadly only comes from lots of playing and lots of practice. That's the first lesson. The second lesson is that as bass players, when we go out in the real world, when we do gigs, we're there not to showcase what we can do, but to showcase the song that the band leader or the singer that you're playing for has picked. That's the most important thing when you get on the bandstand. And sometimes when you play these quite simple songs, there's a tendency to think, oh, I can throw some things in, some cool 16th note fills, or pick it up when we go from the pre-chorus to the chorus and throw in some rhythms and stuff. Sometimes you can, it depends on the song and depends on the singer, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to play it pretty straight. And my advice to you, if you're just thinking about auditioning, getting gigs with other bands, is err on the side of caution. Ask the band leader, say, what do you want to hear? I can do either this or this. You tell me which you'd prefer to hear, and do that. Rather than, the worst thing you can do, in my opinion, is to just overplay over everything to show what you can do and display your chops and stuff like that. Really important lesson for bass players of all levels to learn. So this is a song where you can practice doing that by just playing the bass part pretty faithfully. So that's it. Before we get going with the pre-chorus, which is where the bass comes in, if you're not a member to my free monthly e-zine, click on the link underneath the video and head over and subscribe. As a thank you for entrusting me with your email, you'll get a sequence of video and PDF based song tutorials over the next couple of weeks. They'll come via email, and then every month, and this is also exclusive to subscribers, there's a monthly song tutorial, again in video and PDF format. So just do that on the website with your email address, and then come back here and we'll go and look where the bass comes into the song, and it's the pre-chorus. So you just heard the pre-chorus being played with the MIDI file. Pretty simple. It's an 8-bar pattern. Rhythm is strictly just eighth notes throughout. We've only got 3 notes. First note we need to look at A flat, 6th fret of the D string. All these notes are on the D string. B flat at the 8th fret of the D string. And G at the 5th fret of the D string. So what you've got, the first 4 bars, you've got a bar of A flat, 6th fret, bar of B flat at the 8th fret, bar of G, 5th fret, then another bar of A flat at the 6th fret. Okay, then the second 4 bars starts with another bar of A flat at the 6th fret, another bar of B flat at the 8th fret, and then you've got 2 bars of G, this time at the 5th fret of the D string. And then on the second bar, if you can, fret it with your 4th finger so that it leaves your first finger free to grab this C here, which is the first note of the chorus. That's the next section that we're going to look at, so let's move on, look at the chorus. just heard the chorus being played. Again, it's another simple 8-bar pattern. Again, 8th note, and again, only 3 notes we need to use. First note is C, the 3rd fret of the A string, then B flat, the 6th fret of the E string, and A flat at the 4th fret of the E string. So what we've got, and it's 4-bar pattern repeated twice. We've got a bar of C, 3rd fret of the A string, remember, then a bar of B flat at the 6th fret of the E string, and you've got a bar and a half of A flat at the 4th fret of the E string, and then half a bar of B flat, the 6th fret of the E string, and then you're back. The pattern repeats: C, B flat, A flat, B flat. Okay, and that's the basic chorus pattern. Then go to verse 2, no bass on verse 2, we drop out, we repeat the pre-chorus, and then that chorus that we've just looked at. And then after chorus 2, there's a slight reharmonization of those chords and melodies, which we'll go and look at in the next section. That's the bridge. Okay, the bridge. Again, it's just using A flat, B flat and C. Same notes we looked at in the chorus. A flat, the 4th fret of the E string, B flat, the 6th fret of the E string, and C, the 3rd fret of the A string. But the order of the notes has changed around slightly. So the first 4 bars, we've got a bar of A flat, followed by a bar of B flat, followed by a bar of C, back to B flat, and then the second 4 bars starts with 2 bars of A flat, and then 2 bars of B flat, and then you're into verse 3, which is kind of given a bit of difference by some kind of funky percussion and stuff like that. And in the second 4 bars of verse 3, there is some offbeat bass happening, which we'll go and look at. That's the next section we need to pick up. Okay, verse 3, we've got some bass in the verse to start with. First 4 bars, no bass is playing. Then the second 4 bars, we've got a 2-bar pattern that's repeated twice. We're playing off the beats. We've got, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So what we're playing is we're playing 2 low Cs, 3rd fret of the A string, 2 octave Cs, 5th fret of the G string, then we're playing G and C, 5th frets of the D and G strings, then we've got another C at the 5th fret of the G string, and then we've got G and C, but played in 16th notes, G and C, 5th fret of the G and D strings, or you could play C and open G before you get down to 2 B flats, first fret of the A. So then that section would repeat before we get the kind of the chorus chords where everything sustains, which we'll look at in a moment. So just play that again. 2, 3, 4, 1. Then you get those sustained notes. We'll go and look at that section briefly, and that's pretty much all we'll need to do. So let's move on to the next section. So this final section that we need to look at is the chorus notes, but played in a sustained fashion, and it again allows to put some dynamics into the song before the final chorus comes in and kind of takes it out. So we start off with a bar of C, then a bar of B flat, this time playing at the first fret of the A string, then a bar of A flat, then A flat and B, then C again, held for a bar, then B and its octave at the third fret of the G string, so that's all in one bar, so that's for 2 beats. Then a bar of A flat at the first fret of the G string, and then the final bar, play A flat, first fret of the G string again, and then B flat, first fret of the A string, and then you'll be back into the chorus again, and that just repeats twice, and then you're out and you finish with a stab on C. So you can put all those parts together, you'll be able to play through Rolling in the Deep in an authentic manner.